Hi, everyone. I'm Josh Elliott. In any minute, we do expect to hear from the governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley, regarding the state's preparations for the advent of Hurricane Matthew, which is currently making its disastrous way up the eastern coast of Florida. We're actually keeping an eye here on what appears to be a dry dock at a marina in Sanford, Florida. That is just north and a bit east of Orlando. Again, you just saw that shot was lost. In fact, those winds have been measured in that part of the state almost, if not in excess of 100 miles per hour. The eye wall of this storm has really been touching up against that part of the state throughout the morning. For more than on the track, the projection in the current state of the hurricane, we want to go to our meteorologist, Lizette Gonzalez of our Miami station, WFOR in Miami. Lizette, what can you tell us?
Well, right now, Josh, the western eye wall of this dangerous Hurricane Matthew is brushing portions of the northeast coast of Florida. You can see the hurricane here on our satellite imagery and just how massive and how potentially destructive it is going to be for portions of the central and northern east coast of the state right now. And as we take a look at the latest 11 a.m. advisory just in from the National Hurricane Center, it is still a Category 3 hurricane with max sustained winds of 120 miles per hour, and it is moving to the north-northwest at 12 miles per hour, currently located about 95 miles southeast of Jacksonville, Florida, and forecast to continue riding up or just parallel to the northeast coast of Florida as we head throughout the day today, and then likely could even remain a Category 3 hurricane as we head into tomorrow and be just offshore or near the Georgia coastline, and thereafter likely heading towards the South Carolina coast as a Category 2 as we head into late Saturday and into Sunday. And then it looks like it's going to take a little loop back possibly towards Florida, believe it or not. This is something that has South Floridians concerned. Obviously, there is the chance that Matthew could weaken to a tropical storm as we head into early to middle of next week and possibly head towards the Bahamas. And then right now the Hurricane Center has it weakening to a depression by the time we get into the Wednesday time frame. But the forecast cone really widens up as we head into the middle and the end of next week as to what will happen with Matthew. Obviously, we'll have to continue to closely monitor it, not only here in Florida, but up and down the southeast coast, as currently we even just recently had a tornado warning issued for the northeast coast of Florida and southeast Georgia as well. We're not seeing that tornado warning in place anymore. However, that is a potential. There's a slight risk of rain-wrapped tornadoes as we are dealing with this Category 3 hurricane just riding up the coast right now, currently near Daytona Beach, where they are feeling hurricane force winds of up to 100 miles per hour or more than that. So this could be just potentially devastating for the east coast of Florida. Right now, we're looking at those rain bands, those squalls just slamming not only the northeast coast of Florida, but even portions of the Georgia coastline already, and especially along the Space Coast, the Treasure Coast, dealing with the brunt of this hurricane. As we're looking at South Florida dealing with quiet conditions, the reasoning behind the warnings and the watches being lifted for our area. However, as we head up the coast, we are seeing much of the Central Coast under tropical storm warning and also hurricane warning stretching from Melbourne all the way up northward through Jacksonville. Also, we're seeing hurricane warning, tropical storm warnings issued for Georgia, South Carolina coast, and then further inland tropical storm warnings issued for those areas, and even North Carolina. Right now, the coastal areas there under a tropical storm warnings and even some hurricane watches issued up through the coast here as we get into Wilmington. Now, taking a look at the potential for rainfall, we could see life-threatening flooding, and also storm surge is a huge problem for these areas. We could see 6 to 10 inches of rain, possibly up to 10 inches, up to 15 inches of rain, not only for the north coast of Florida, but even up through Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina as we head into the weekend. Josh.
Again, Lizette Gonzalez of our Miami station, WFOR. We have appreciated the diligence throughout the last few days, and of course, we'll be back with you throughout the day here on CBSN. We do appreciate it.